Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we're going to discuss on the issue of how to interact with your house helps. I know that this is one of the issues that is affecting many of the households, and that's why I felt like I need to tackle the issue so that you can understand the do's and the don'ts that you need to do while living with the house helps in your houses. So onto my first point, we're going to talk about the issue of payment. When it comes to the issue of payment, do not pay them minimum salaries. Like, if, as in, pay them depending with the effort, the energy effort, the labor effort that they are doing in your houses. Don't pay them something like 3,000 shillings and they are doing a lot of work in your houses. And yeah, and to another issue, don't forget to pay, don't delay their payments, because you know these people, they also have their families that are depending on them. So always ensure that you give them their salary on time so that they can send money back home, so that it can be able to help or facilitate the needs of those who are depending on them. Onto another issue, be generous to them. That is, if you have something like clothes or kids toys that you feel like you no longer need them but they need them, just give them back, give it to them so that you can be a blessing to them. Or if you are in a position of buying them new things or doing for them shopping the time when they are going to visit their relatives, just do so. It will help them understand that you also have that kindness in you, and you love them and you appreciate them for what they are doing to you and your family. And to another thing, be politeful and mindful to them. That is, for I know we make errors, and human is to err, and sometimes they can make mistakes when they're in your house, but use a polite manner of approaching the issue and be mindful to what you say to them, because these people are also human beings and they have feelings and emotions. Don't tell them or say something to them that will trigger them or affect them negatively. Just tell them something that will improve them, maybe if they have some weaknesses, instead of continuing to shatter them down. To another point, set guidelines from the word go. This was supposed to be the first point, but I forgot about that. So the time when they come to your house, before they start any work, when in the process of contract, the salary you're going to pay them and all that, give them the guidelines, how the house chores should be done, how they should relate with the people in the house, what they should be doing at what time, and so on and so forth. By doing that from the word go, when they do a mistake, they will know you had already told them. But if you don't set those guidelines, later on when they do a mistake and then you reproach them and you had not told them from the word go, they will feel offended. And then, onto another point, feed them well. Yeah. These are human beings and they are using energy. So it's energy, so the labor. So they need to eat well. Ensure that you give them food, the amount of food that will satisfy their hunger and retrain back that energy. And kindly ensure that they eat the same thing that you and your family members eat. I know that in some families, the house helps are always fed a different kind of diet from that which the other family members are feeding on. Put yourself into their shoes. How do they feel? If you were you, how could you feel when people are eating something else and you're forced to eat something else? How will you feel? So just treat them as one of you. Let them feel they belong. And then another thing, don't be dependent on them to serve you. Sometimes try to do the house chores on your own. You can do your own cooking, you can wash your own clothes, you can take care of your own kids. Don't be dependent on them. Imagine one day if they are not there. It will be hectic for you. Just try to show that you can also do these things, as in they're just there to help you, they're not there to serve you. And then on another point, give them a day off. Even you, I know where you have been employed, you're always given a day off. So like try to give them a day off once per week. They need rest. They need also their me time to do their own things and stuff, because they are not there to like forever serve you. They also need to make a step in life. Okay, so like try to give them that day off. And then another thing, give them a sustainable daily schedule. Like for example, if they wake up at 5 a.m. or at 4 a.m., try to ensure that they retire to bed early. So give them a schedule that ends at least at 6 p.m. so that at least by 9 p.m. they have already retired to bed. And then the last point, respect them. I'm sure like these house helps are adults, and like they are grown-ups, and they have their way of thinking, so you have to respect their way of thinking, the way they behave. That is, if it does not affect like it does not affect anything to do with your household, you have to respect their way. If it's their religious beliefs, if it is what, you have to respect that. And then you also have to respect them such that there are some house chores that they are not meant for them. If for example washing your underwears and things like that, they are not like meant for them to do for you. Those are some of the things that you need to do, and by doing so, by not making them to do that for you, you'll be respecting them, and you'll have like seen them like somebody and not something. Yeah, that is for today. Thank you for your time. Kindly remember to subscribe, share, like and comment. Thank you. See you next time.